So welcome to another unboxing video from theplayersaid.com. My name's Alexander, and today we're taking a look at an older game from Compass, and it's called Blood on the Ohio. And this is Washington's Indian War, from 1789 to 1794. So this is post-AMREV, and this is campaigns kind of in the Midwest around the Ohio River, as you may well have imagined. So this is an older game from them. Grant's been looking at this. He's played a number of games kind of around this theme topic and kind of time period. And so we picked this up at Gen Con in 2021. There's a company called Games Plus. They do a lot of secondhand war games, but they're usually in very good nick or basically new and shrink unpunched. And they kind of resell those. So we got this at a low price. It was really nice, and he's been looking at it for a while and was like, yeah, why not? We'll pull the trigger. So this is a two-player point-to-point movement game, and it is designed by none other than John Paniski. The graphics are done by Bill Morgul, but John Paniski's done a number of games that revolve around Indians, and not even just this particular conflict, but a bunch of different conflicts that they've been involved in out of their own choices or kind of inter-tribal wars as well. So he knows his stuff, and that's kind of one of the reasons that we're interested in playing this as well. So let's take a look at what we got. If I can pull this off. Okay. The first thing we've got is a little bag of 3 dice. So we've got 2 regular D6s, and then we have a custom dice. And these are, I don't know if we can see this. These are like engraved. This isn't just like printed on. These are fully embossed, which is really nice. Just they've gone the extra mile on those. This is a little -2, a little campfire, a little tomahawk, hatchet symbol, not really sure, some kind of meeting engagement there. So number of things that are going to come up on that die, I'm not quite sure, but it looks very neat. The rules are your Compass Games classic in that they're full color, 2 columns with a good chunk of examples and diagrams and illustrations in them, but with all that being said, there is a good amount of rules. So the core rules, you're looking at 22 pages total. A lot of which, that's actually not bad. A lot of which was diagrams. You're probably actually looking at like, I don't know, maybe a half or 2/3 of that are actual rules. So probably only like 15 pages of rules if you take out all of the blank space basically. Then we've got some optional rules. And then we've got appendixes. We've got a little learning scenario, which is cute. And then the rest of the scenarios. So you've got different campaigns that went on. War of the Wabash River, Legion of the United States, and then the full campaign as well. And then we've got, and these are setup instructions for all of those as well. So they give you the rules and then pictorial setup separately. So I guess that's the way they've done that. Example of play, appendix with designer notes in them, and a large glossary. That's nice. Which looks like it, generally speaking, references the rules as well, which we very much appreciate. At the back of it we have a little play aid, combat results table, ambush results table, and then the credits as well. We do have 2, I believe, sheets of counters. Sheet number 1 has a bunch of different silhouettes on them, and I believe most of these are different Indian tribes. And then you got some like raised areas, and then different forts as well. And are these dual-sided? Yes, they are. These are mostly dual-sided. And do they make a difference? Yeah, so these are like, I don't know if these are Shawnee, but they're like, these have a 2 on them. And on the reverse side, they have a 1 on them. So it looks like it's kind of like a strength point, step loss type thing. And then on this side, looks like we got some more regulars. So we got these blue, probably United States Army's regulars. And then these kind of yellow ones look like they might be more of irregulars or locals. More markers. And these are also dual-sided. These are the white core counters. So again, this game's old. It's been sat in their warehouse. So these have a little bit of warping on them, but once they're punched, they'll be no big deal. And the rest of this we have is 3 play aids, all of which look to be different. So this one, we've got a bunch of different overrun charts and summations of the rules, declarations of attack, militia morale, artillery shock, casualty losses. Alright, this is... Okay, so these do... Okay, and so these aren't different because they're asymmetrical. Nice, so that looks like they both have... this is an identical CRT and ambush table, which is what's on the back of the rules. So most people have that, but you have your own special actions. So you have the US special actions. They recruit differently. These guys can negotiate and sign treaties, whereas the WC, what do they call that? Well, I'm not going to guess. But they can make alliances. The US can build and repair and search, whereas the Indians can harass and raid. And then there's strategic movement, and they can save action points. There's no strategic movement here for the US forces. So we'll have some nice asymmetry in that game, which I would expect with the conflict being what it is. It's also nice to see that evident in the rules. But also, let's take a last look at the map. And this is a heavy paper map. Kind of your standard 22 by 34 size map. And this is printed on very matte paper. Like there's no reflections or like sheen from my incredibly bright glaring lights. So I appreciate that very much. I actually really like the style of printing that they use. So, point-to-point movement game. Kind of what you'd expect. We got Lake Erie at the top and the Ohio River coursing down kind of the eastern and southern edges of the map. And then everything else is divided up with points and connections. And those points, you'll note, are... Let me get the little sheet of counters out again, see if we can't see. These are divided up into colors for the different tribes. So we've got the Miami's tribe here, which are all these kind of brown ones, and these are the little brown ones that match that. That's where those are going to start. The Ottawas up here, that's the Ottawas here. So you have a number of different guys, and you'll campaign against different ones depending on which scenario that you're going to do. You might be able to occupy places and then ally with them or recruit them to your side depending on how things are going in the conflict. So this is Blood on the Ohio. We got a victory point schedule at the top, at which point the more victory points that you get, it looks like different tribes are going to withdraw, and so you'll be fighting some guys longer towards the end of the campaign, presumably as you move from east to west, but I don't know for sure. Turn segment, special actions, and we got a little raid chit chart down there as well. But that's pretty much it. That's what we're getting in the game. Again, topically speaking, this is a very interesting piece of history, and one that, again, at least at this scale, I don't know if we've really played anything like this. So I'm excited to play it, and we will get to this at some point, let you know how it is. But appreciate you guys tuning in for this slightly vintage. Let me see, when did it come out? Well, it's not vintage. This is a 2018 game, but we're just finally getting our hands on it. Blood on the Ohio from Compass Games. Appreciate you guys tuning in. I've been Alexander from theplayersaid.com.